I'm so excited. I don't even know what to do. I just need to take some woosahs, some moments. Whew, this is so exciting, so dope. We're always super excited to be here on Tuesday. It is an honor, a blessing, and we never take anything for granted, right? Today we are above ground, so we have purpose. As you guys know, I have my own sound effects. I don't need a machine because it's all me. So thank you everyone for joining us today on this Tuesday on the dumping ground, right? So today we have our amazing panel because we're always talking about when you come back to our show in 9 months to a year, right? I guess you guys thought I was just joking, but I promise you I was so serious. And today is just a part of this amazing opportunity for these beautiful people that I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves because I have introduced them once before on this show and they have so many credentials that I'm going to allow them have the moment. Let's start off with the lady with the red lips.
I knew you were going to start with me. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited to be a part of your show. You are doing some amazing things in the community and uplifting so many people. And I am just eternally grateful for being a part of your network. I am Shalus Wallace with Billionaire Thoughts. We are focused on helping business owners increase their cash flow, build organizations that people actually enjoy working for, and most important, to have more time freedom to do the things that you love and to spend time with the people that you love. That's just a very short of what we do. But what we know is that most people start businesses with this idea of having more time freedom, having more money, and honestly, they end up with less of both. And we really want to change that and make sure that business owners are in the community are able to grow and truly have a business and not only be self-employed. That's what we do.
Billionaire thoughts. Okay, you didn't skip million, you went to the billions. I love it.
You know what? Just got to keep going up.
I love it. So now we have this young man that's in the blue shirt. Let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ira Curry. I help entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs start their businesses, grow their businesses, and master their mindset. Coach, producer, artist, speaker, businessman. I do it all. I got my hands in some of everything, but my focus is helping people take their businesses to the next level. And once they get their business to the next level, to get their mind. So I'm ecstatic to be here. Makisha, I love you. I'm your biggest fan. Thank you so much for having me today.
Man, you guys don't understand. I'm so giddy. I'm like a kid that's in a candy store, because it starts here and both of you guys have that mind that it has to start here. So let's start off. Let's talk about a win. Let's talk about a win because we want to talk about some wins so we can I want to do my sound effects. So who wants to talk about their win first?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start.
Yes.
So for me, often when people talk about wins, they talk about, maybe revenue, how much money they've made, and all of those are wins, and those are all worthy things to talk about. But for us this year, I'm going to say the win was understanding how to build this business with reduced taxes or tax-free, but not in the way that most people understand. See, most business owners, we try to get as many expenses and write off as many things as possible so that we can pay less in taxes. But on the other side of that, the challenge is now when you want to get approved to get a new home or you want to get a business loan, you can't do it because you've been showing that you're not making as much money as you are because you don't want to pay Uncle Sam, right? Most of us don't want to pay Uncle Sam. So that's kind of what we've been taught to do for a long time, but to grow and to scale, that becomes a problem. And so for us, what we really, the win for us is we just really got introduced to, I think, things that most small business owners don't know about. And because they don't tell us, like the masses, the financial service industry, they're not telling us that piece. And it's ways out there, and I'm not the person to teach it, but there are ways that you can actually reduce your taxes while still claiming all of your profits and being able to continue to have the resources to grow your business because you're able to get financial loans and assistance from the right programs that you need to show a profit in your business. So I'm going to say that's a huge win. I mean, that is going to completely change the amount of revenue that we bring in, what we keep, and the ability to grow and scale in our business. So that's our win.
That is girl. Anything to avoid Mr. IRS man. That is a win. When you said IRS, I was locked in. Like, how we help? What we need to do? What sign up?
Yes.
And Aaron, what's a win
Yes.
for you? What's a win?
I always say the IRS to me is the mob. Like, if you don't pay, you
yeah.
got the interest that you have to pay them, and
Oh my
you can get locked up if you don't pay them. Like, all kind of bad stuff can happen. But you know what? When you think about certain people like the Jeff Bezos and how much he paid in taxes, how are you like a multi-billion-dollar company and you don't pay no taxes? There's things that the masses are not being taught. And now, we're not Wesley Snipes, so I want to be clear. This is not go to jail stuff. It's just understanding what's legal, working with your attorney and the right CPA, what's legal, and all the laws within the rules. They're just things that we haven't been taught. And when you learn them, it just changes your business. And it also, Ira, changes what you also help people with is your mindset.
The mindset is so important.
That took it's like I remember my CPA said it's like an envelope. We just get just enough to just, we don't cross it. We just get just enough to keep you safe, so
Yes. That is so true, and that works in the beginning, but when you get to the next level, you may have to go to another level accountant. So,
Aaron, what's a win for you, friend?
Yeah, so the win for us, definitely expansion, right? So we have these customers, we're taking care of them, but in my mind now, I'm sitting back thinking, okay, how can we take these customers on a longer journey? Or how can we take the customer that we have today and keep them with us so that we can solve their next problem? How can we anticipate their next problems? And what is that to be like? And how can we solve it? And so I think we've been on a 2-year journey creating programs, solutions, softwares to really address the problems that these people who are a target audience will either eventually experience or are currently experiencing. So that's been really exciting. It's allowed me to launch new programs, the Iracurry Inner Circle program. That's where we help people, entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs to master their mind, right? Because when you start building your business, the reason why your business most time isn't where it needs it to be is simply because that mindset isn't right, the way you think about things. And so that's been exciting. And really just looking at the journey to see the different departments within the division, like, okay, so man, how can we take care of this customer? What can we do here? Or what program can we add here? So that's been our expansion and our growth. And it's been exciting. Like, I'm pumped about it.
You look pumped. You look pumped. But you always look pumped. Like, all your pictures.
You think so?
Yes, like all your pictures. He's like, this is $1 million idea. This is great. You know what I'm saying? So I dig it. So wins, right? We all have wins. This week, my win for me is really examining my whole platform to see what's next. My focus is mostly, again, collaboration, because just because I'm in this YouTube podcast, we always looking at the numbers. Because look at the numbers. My focus is not the numbers. My focus is the impact and the influence. You know what I'm saying? Because the numbers can be jaded, and you can go buy numbers, right? So I want the influence and the impact. To me, that's most valuable than numbers. So, it's hard sometimes when you post stuff, you're like, oh, I wonder who like it. But I'm training my mind, drop and go. You know what I'm saying? Got to give you the words to say, got to tell you what to do, how to do it. Don't worry about the likes, the clicks, because again, we know social media is a place that's not really real, right? But you use it for your advantage and for your visibility for your brand and your business. But that's what I'm learning. I'm just like, I want influence and impact. I'm not worried about the numbers, So if I can impact one person, if I can, influence one person, I'm doing my job. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
I think that's beautiful.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ira. You go ahead.
No. You please. I'm so sorry.
You're such a gentleman. So I just want to say, I think that is so powerful what you said, and I love the comment what you said about God. Like, one of my affirmation statements is about opening myself up to hear God and to listen. The world will have us thinking that, oh my gosh, if you don't have 1 million likes or you don't have 1 million followers, then you're not successful. But the true word is the impact. What's the real impact that you're having on someone's life, and being aligned with what God wants? I think that says everything. So thank you for that.
Yes.
And I just want to add to that, like, being in alignment with what God wants versus what we think we want is so key. And also the likes. I tell people, especially when I used to do like a lot of like group coaching, I would constantly tell the entrepreneurs, don't get caught up in the likes. They're watching. They don't have to like it. Don't look back at the numbers, because the numbers don't matter. And what you will discover is that we oftentimes look at like a video and we may say, man, it only got 100 views or only got 200 views or less than that. But we don't realize that that's 200 freaking people as we're on this journey, right? Like, think if you was in a room and 200 people came to watch you on stage. And so when you think about it from that perspective, even 24 views doesn't look so bad, because when the celebrities was up and coming, when they was out doing their thing, when they was building their brand, they went through these same things as well. And they had a room of like 30 people in a room. That's our 30 views that we get on a Facebook video at times. And so I always like to put it into that perspective, because it's like that aha moment.
Man,
that was an aha moment for me.
That was an aha moment for me. That's why I'm just like, man, thank you, because that opens up to perspective. I think, all right, so let's just keep it a buck. Everybody's been watching this Risa Tisa's thing. Have you not seen it on TikTok? She shared her journey and her situation. If you haven't seen it, it's 50 pieces, it's 50 episodes, 500 minutes. Okay, I'm guilty. I watched it, okay, because it was so intriguing. And the way she did it, right, was just so magical. But I think what people fail to realize is our success is different from God's success. And I noticed that there were other people. It's a young lady. She was so talented. She does all these voices and all these characters and all this stuff, and she sings. And she did a post, and she was like, people were like, I don't understand why you're not signed. Because I guess Risa Tisa have all these celebrity, signing, and she go on the talk shows and all this stuff. And they were like, I don't understand why you're more talented than she is. You should da. So then she started to feed into that, right? Like, God, yeah, I am talented than her and all that stuff. Like, how dare she have a talent agent and get booked and all these different things like that? But God checked her. You know what I'm saying? He said he made her go check her heart, because he said that's why. You know what I'm saying? Because you're comparing yourself to someone else, and it doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying? So she had to put a post out there saying, I'm sorry, y'all. I fed into it, because we do that. We do that comparison thing, because this podcaster got more like this and this and that and stuff. And we have to realize and realize focus. Success, God's success and man's success is totally different. But we always have to keep that distinguished, to understand that he orders your steps. And even when you mess up, he have course correct, and he'll correct you and put you right back in the step that you're supposed to be in. So I had to do, like I said, this is just telling you true facts that I had to learn too. I was like, I'm talented, I got this. But God was like, it's impact, it's influence. Let me use you, and it will go further than you get the likes of Irene or you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to learn that. So those
it's true. Like,
profession is good for the soul. I'm just telling you what
right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's why I love your show, because you're always transparent, and it's okay to be vulnerable and talk about the mistakes that you made, and that's okay because that's helping someone else to know that you can make these mistakes and it's still going to be okay.
Right. So it all has to start here. And a good thing about it, she caught it, right? Because sometimes people don't catch it. They just keep the ugly green monster of jealousy, like, how dare I? I'm better than her. And that's why you're gonna always be in that place until you change your heart and your mind. So we're talking about lessons. So I kind of sleep in there, right? Like, home plate, right? So, transitioning, right? So let's talk about some of the lessons that you've learned within this 9 months to a year since the last time we talked, because hey, you can help me, right? You know what I'm saying? I can help you. You see a dead end, and you say, Keisha, that's a dead end, right? It's still my choice, but you went down there and you see that road is a dead end, right? So help people who's in this entrepreneurship world or solopreneurship, all these ships, right? Help them with some of the lessons if you learned since the last time you've been on the show. Either one of you.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start this one off. For me, my list, like the higher you go in an entrepreneurship and as you're moving towards your next level, in the beginning, you get instant success at times, depending on what season you're in. But then there are moments when you may leave one business to step into the next business or one project to create the next project. And what I've discovered is that the bigger the project or the bigger the impact, the longer you're going to wait and work on that project before you have that project can be released. Right. And, I always like to tell people, man, God would test you. And if you're not close to God, then the world, well, you may call it life, but life will test you or business will test you. And it's really about when you get the vision and you start bringing the vision to pass, there are going to be moments where you may put that vision out originally and that thing ain't popping. Like people ain't getting it. They don't want it. They're not buying it. But you see it in your head. You created it. You built it for 2 years, and then you start putting it out there, and you start getting rejected. But there's a beautiful thing that comes after that rejection. For those of you who may experience that at some point, the beautiful thing is that you really will see how it all works together for your good. And the lessons that I've learned is that the rejection, the delay, or what could appear to be a denial, it's essentially just prepping you and perfecting that thing so that when you do finally get that thing off the ground running, man, it's going to be like, who is this and how did she do it? Like, who was her business mentor? Oh, my mentor was God. It's going to be one of those things. And so that's my lesson. Know that there's going to be projects that you will build that sometimes take 2 years to build. And when you put it out, you won't see that quick success. But if you hang in there, you'll see the fruits take place all at once. So,
Good.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
I love that, Ira. If I can comment on you first, if that's okay.
Yes.
I was watching a video with one of the female pro basketball coaches, and I can't remember her name, but basically she said, handle hard better. Handle hard better. And so when I heard you say that, a lot of times, especially young people, even me, when I was younger, I felt the same way, right? I thought I was going to quit my job, start my business, and I knew it all. And then I was like, what? I got to choose between rice and bread because I cannot afford both. That's a problem. But I think having the expectations that, you know what? There are going to be bumps in the road, like you said. No matter what, it's going to be bumps in the road. So our goal is how do we know that they're coming? How are you going to handle them? How are you going to learn from them? And just trust. So thank you for sharing that because that's such a true statement. And more people need to hear about that, in my opinion, especially young people. So thank you.
Yeah, and just to conclude, and then I'll turn it back over to you.
Yeah.
The bumps, they're not only going to come, but anticipate them coming. That's what I tell people, like expect the bumps because the bigger your purpose, your destiny, your promise, as you're being led into it, we're going to experience the trials that come with it. The bigger the blessing, the bigger the devils in some areas. And so, but it's a beautiful thing when you're on the other side of that and you're looking like, wow, all my sacrifice, it finally paid off. Like it's raining.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
that's so
you.
good. So good.
I know. I got chills. I got chills.
Hey.
What lesson have you learned, Sheila? Tell us what lesson have you learned?
So my lesson that I thought I would share is how to not make decisions out of fear, which was such an amazing lesson. And I'm just gonna. So I want to be clear. I'm a spiritual person, but I'm not the person where you can say, okay, let me tell you what verse in the Bible you can find this and that, right? I'm not that person. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just not there, right? But what I will tell you is I had a really big decision to make, like huge decision to make this year. Life-changing decision. And I was talking to one of my mentors, and the question, because I believe coaches need coaches, right? So we're always learning. And so one of my questions was, I want to be able to make a decision without fear from this change. And two things that happened, and I just got to tell you guys a quick story for it to all come together. First, my girlfriend, my sorority sister, my best friend, she had said, hey, we're going to do a fast. And I hadn't done a fast in a really long time. And I was like, yeah, that'd be nice. I can do it with someone. It's always easier to do it with someone. And I'm like, yep, I'm going to do it. So then I get on this call and with my mentor, and I said, I don't want to make decisions out of fear. And then we talked about the subject. But this is what he said. He said, okay, this is what I want you to do. He said, I want you to know that you are fully resourced, no matter what. You're fully resourced. Whatever decision you make, you got all the resources for it, right? Paul Marnelli is the one that said that. I definitely want to give props to him. And then he said, what I want you to do is I want you to fast. Now, remember I just said that I had not fasted in so many years, right? He said, I want you to fast, which I had already started the week before with my girlfriend. And he said, I want you to ask God to give you a decision by Tuesday, a week from now, this Tuesday. He said, and I want you to tell God to hit you over the head. Hit you over the head. Don't be subtle. Just hit you over the head so you know that you have a decision. And whatever that decision is on Tuesday, you're going to make that decision. It's going to happen. And when I tell you guys, I got hit over the head. I mean, it was huge. And it wasn't comfortable. Ira, it was what you said, like the bumps in the road. It was uncomfortable. It was so uncomfortable, right? So I knew what my decision was. And that was because I opened myself up to receive. It was because I had two people in my life tell me to fast. And then someone told me how to pray and ask for a decision based on fasting. And then we got the answer. And I have been struggling with that decision for over 6 months. And as soon as that happened and we made the decision, I don't know what's going to come in this particular decision that I had to make. But what I do know is that I'm not afraid. And I didn't make the decision out of fear. And what a lesson to learn. That was amazing. So that
oh my God. Listen. That, oh my God. That is so good. Oh my God. That is good. You know, and the cool piece is it says test the spirit by the spirit. You did that. You did.
I thank God for listening and being there. Very thankful for that.
Oh my God. So listen, whatever decision you made, a fruit is gonna come from that decision because you walked in faith. See, faith is not seeing. You can't see faith, right? Yeah. Think about it. When you crank up your car in the morning, or you don't know that car's going, you don't go and check every battery cable, every spark plug. You don't check your oil. You don't do all that thing automatically. You walk in faith. I'm crank my car. It's gonna crank up, right? So you made a faith decision. That's how faith is. It's you knowing it's uncomfortable, right?
But so uncomfortable.
What? Oh my gosh.
You know, when I think about my best friend who's like really, really like she's like the picture of like an amazing person that follows God in church and all of those good things. Like she was the person that I feel also poured into my daughter, right? And I feel that I have faith and I serve God, but I'm not like in the dictionary, you're not going to find my picture. So I just say that to say that wherever you are, and this is for, you know, your listeners, the people that are out there, wherever you are in your journey, whether you believe that you've made mistakes, you haven't made mistakes, whatever, wherever you are in your journey, it's okay, because God loves us no matter what, and he will listen to us and guide us in the right direction if we're willing to open up and listen.
And that's where we have grace. That's when the grace takes place. Even in your mistakes, that grace covers that mistake. And that's why I call that course correct. Even in your mistake, Makisha, trying to be somebody when I didn't call you to be that person, I'm gonna give you grace to show you that's not how you, this is what you're supposed to do, and you run this race. Stop looking to them, stop looking at them, keep your focus on me, and let me guide you to where you're supposed to be. Oh girl, yes. You about to make yeah. So tell me this, if somebody come to you today and they're saying, hey guys, I'm getting discouraged, I've been running my business for a year, and there's been no productivity, or I don't see the fruit of what I thought will come out of this, and I think I want to shut my business down. What would you guys tell that person?
I would say, let's get specific. What is it that you want? And if that's money, or if that's a certain goal, let's talk about it. So I would get clearer, and more than likely they're going to say, I want money. That's it. and so then I would say, okay, so what daily activities are you focusing on each day to bring in income? And then they would share with me their activities, and then I would say, okay, so how many of those activities are sales generating activities? And that's the key, because most people, they're doing a lot of tasks. They're allowing their thoughts to control their business. They're allowing their thoughts to pull them from this way to that way. They get a thought and they go with it. And then before you know it, at the end of the day, they haven't done anything that's related to making sales within their business. And I think it's so important that people really get clear on, one, what is it that you want? Because once you know what you want, the next step is, okay, so step 2, what action steps do I need to take each day in order to get what I want? And once you develop those action steps, okay, as a final step, what are the daily sales revenue generating activities that I need to be focusing on in my company with where I'm at to bring in customers consistently? Once you figure that out, you execute consistently Monday through Friday, take a break on the weekends, and you're good. So that's what I would do, 100%.
Yeah, it's Monday, because I just had someone come to me about that. So that's why it's that's in there fresh on the dome. So
Yes, I would have to say I agree with Ira 100%. I would have handled that situation the exact same way. Like, what is it that you want? You know, before I can tell you what you should do, let's first figure out what you want. I think the only thing that I would add to that, and Ira would probably agree as well, is the mindset piece. Like, sometimes we self-sabotage and we don't believe that we can do it. And that's one of the good things about being in a community like this, and being around people that sometimes believe in you more than you believe in yourself, so they can help, you know, uplift you through that process. But the first thing is truly understanding what they want, and so that we can give them what they need at that point. And I always recommend, when people are in a space of really feeling down and not truly believing in themselves and knocking themselves around because things aren't going the way they wanted to, or they came in with the wrong expectations that this was going to be easy. Someone should have told them that it is not easy. Yes. It's Think and Grow Rich. Yeah. You know, take a minute to read Think and Grow Rich. You know, and that is not an easy book to read. It's a book that you have to read over and over, but it is a book that I highly recommend often.
So my thing to them, I was like, what's your why? What's your why? Why did you start this business? Why? You know, is it because you was on YouTube and you saw this ad, hey, start your LLC, you know, like with no why behind it. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, again, if you have no why, you have no vision. You have no vision if you have no why. And that's very important. You make go back to the basics of
Mm-hmm.
I get this LLC? Why? You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I told him. So I just wanted to see with $1 billion fall in Ira Curry.
You know, I was
Well,
about
we
to
totally
start
agree
calling
with
her
you
that.
as well.
Huh?
Yeah, I was about to start. I was like, well, Miss Billionaire. Like,
Yes.
I'm gonna be throwing it out every now and then. So
I like it. I mean, like she's all over million.
I
Like,
love
what's your
it.
next gazillionaire? I mean, like, bruh.
Because I was over here saying, like, I wonder what the billionaire thinking about.
That's what it's all about, is
Yeah.
a higher level of thinking so that we
Yeah.
can actually hit the goals that we're trying to get to.
Absolutely.
100%.
So, what products have you guys added onto your business within the last 9 months since the last time we talked? I already know. I already see your your bio. I had to put it in Chat GPT. Please make this shorter. I had to tell AI, please get all the important facts and make this bio shorter, please, and thank you.
So Ira, I'll let you lead with that.
All right, so I'm just gonna keep it simple. As I said in the beginning, we've been doing a lot of expansion, but some of the projects that I'm mostly excited about, our Iracurry Inner Circle program, we're helping people to master their mind. Entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, regular everyday people, it's time to go to the next level in your mindset. Why do you do what you do? Why don't you set boundaries? Why are you feeling like you can't let go of things that no longer serve you? Why are you not walking in your authentic self? I think it addresses so many of those cool things. So the Inner Circle program, that's like my baby right now. Like, I'm so ecstatic about that. We still, Coachman, that's like my second baby now, because I let other people take care of that. And that's where we're helping people still start their own coaching business. So that's really exciting. But I'm on to my new things while that's still good. And then the last thing is Iracurry TV. So many episodes. Just a lot of cool stuff on there. You guys should check it out, which you can. Yeah. And so, yeah, those are my projects.
Don't start telling the people yet, because that's my next question.
Exactly.
So you start shooting off where we can find you and stuff. I ain't ready for that one. All right, you're next. What's project have you added on since the last time we chat?
Oh, wow. We added on several things. So, of course, we still do business coaching, where we are helping people to grow and scale their business so they can have more time freedom and truly build a business and not remain self-employed. But one of the things that we start looking at is, what are some of the challenges that our clients are having on a consistent basis that we're not able to serve? And we do a lot of referrals. So we refer a lot of business to people that we trust. And the same thing just kept coming up, where we would refer, and the people in those industries, not everyone, I'm just talking about this group, it wasn't serving our clients with what we felt that we needed. Mm-hmm. And I felt it was just like something just telling us, okay, this is time for you guys to stop talking about this and do it. So a couple things that we wrote out is, we wrote out business credit, because again, that is a true challenge that small to medium-sized businesses have. They don't have the credit to grow and expand. And as we know, the venture capital, this money is not coming to us. So that was a big piece that we wanted to make sure that our clients were knowledgeable on how to get business credit. So we wrote out business credit. And then we also work with a lot of doctors, independent. So not in a hospital, but they have like multiple locations in their practice. And even though we were coaching them and telling them what to do, they never had time. Mm-hmm. So they were constantly not having time to get some of the things done. So we rolled out a done for you marketing program. And so the done for you marketing program is exactly what it says. We're doing it for them instead of, showing them how, because it saves them time and they can continue to focus on being the doctor. Those are the two big things that we wrote out new inside of our business. So again, still coaching, still educating, still teaching, but for the next level of clients that are growing, they need credit, only business credit. We don't do any personal. And also the done for you products. And the done for you marketing is just one of the 3 done for you that we'll have by the end of 2024.
Ooh, yes. So, okay, you already put the car in in neutral to get ready to shift it into drive. Tell people how they can contact you, all your nice contact information, and where they can find you.
Yes, the easiest place is going to be go directly to billionairethoughts.com. So billionaire thoughts with an S, which is shown on your screen.com, and that'll connect you with us. And then you can fill out a contact form, but it'll also send you to all of our social media pages. But honestly, my name is really unique. So if you just put in Celeste Wallace, any of the social media platforms, I'm probably going to be the first and only person with that name that pops up.
You are. I tested.
I hated my name when I was younger, but I have to tell you, I'm very grateful and appreciative of it now that I'm in this space. So thank you. And we all have unique names. Everybody's name on here is very
yes.
unique.
Yes. So I didn't like my name growing up either, girl. From my hometown, Ira's from Mississippi too. From my hometown, I was Keisha. I was growing, we grew up in the 80s. Keisha was the stuff. So Keisha was my name, right? You know what I'm saying? So, but when I moved to Atlanta, I was like, I don't know the name Keisha. You know what I'm saying? Like, my name is Keisha. So, like, people when I work with, they'd be like, can we shut your name to Keisha? Like, first of all, no, you don't know me like that. There's some respect on my name. I will help you pronunciate it, but that is not, you don't get the privilege to call me Keisha. You know what I'm saying? You just don't.
I understand.
Yeah, I can so see you in Atlanta.
Some respect on my name. And then I even make it so plain for him now. Like, it's me and Keisha together. Me and Keisha. Think about that. Me and Keisha together. Oh, that's perfect. Like, yeah, that's it.
That's awesome.
All right, tell us what about you, hun.
Yeah, so if you guys want to connect with me, the best way is iracurry.com/connect. You can access my social media channels. You can sign up to get help to start a business. You can sign up to get help to grow an existing business. And you can sign up to get help to master your mind at the highest level. So check it out, iracurry.com/connect, and connect with me on social media. I want to hang out with you guys.
Yeah. So you two on TV and stuff and all that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like I noticed, like I'm transitioning. Like I'm still doing business, but I got a lot of things and people in place to help me with that now. So now I can really jump into more of entertainment and just.
How you remember your lines?
New exciting thing, huh?
How you remember your lines?
I got a secret, but I ain't talking about that.
That's okay. Because I actually had to do something maybe about a month ago, bruh. Yeah. I had to take the lines on my laptop, and I was like, "Yo, this mind ain't like it." Remembering when you was a kid, they was like, "You got a mind of an elephant. You don't forget anything, bruh." Lately, I was like, "Holy Spirit, you gonna have to Holy Spirit activate, like Holy like I need you to bring all that back because lately." As the ages progress, it's like, I'm gonna need my memory to be back on point. They're like, Makisha, all you have to do is remember this. I was like, who? Let me write this down so I can make sure I get it right. So I always wonder how actresses and actors just remember their lines. Like, dude, they're so smart, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Like I said, man, this has been super cool. I appreciate you guys so much for, again, tuning in from your different time zones across the world, man. This is a blessing. And I again, pray nothing but success, continuation. I will be following you. And y'all know y'all coming. I don't know y'all coming back, right? It is what it is. We have to stay connected because it's purpose. And God connected this to come together for you too, because I had invited other people. I was like, okay, God, we got this too. I'm good. Like, shut them off. Thank you.
That's it.
It was meant for us.
Please don't be offended. But I was like, Father God, thank you. These are good. These two are good.
Hey, God will cut them off in a minute.
Man, you shut that door so fast.
You'll be thinking like, God, I know you told me to reach out to the people. Yeah, but this is who I'm sending.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely. He was like, now this is what you need today, Makisha. I was like, okay. I was good with this. So again, I appreciate you guys. And I'll be snooping in your social media business like this, like what y'all got going on. And if I know anyone who needs your services or anything, definitely will be pushing them in your way. And every time you post, I'll be like, that's my friend, share, like, follow, subscribe, all of those words.
That's incredible.
Do you guys have any final words? Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I just want to say, oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. I just want to say thank you so much for having us, Makisha. I always write about this, the Oprah effect, and you have the Oprah effect. Yeah. And that is making people feel good, making people feel comfortable, making people feel at ease. And you have done that, and you did it last time, and you continue to do it. So I just want to say thank you. And Ira, you know your stuff so well. You are just helping a lot of people. It's a pleasure to meet you, and I definitely am looking forward to us collaborating together. Thank you both.
To add to that, Shalise, thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you. I look forward to us, connecting as well. Makisha, you are a light in the world. Like literally, you are just like what you are supposed to be. Your beautiful personality and the way you make your guests feel like guests. It's incredible. So thank you so much for what you do, and we appreciate you.
Listen, it's all God. Like I told you guys, I take no credit. It's all Him. My air, everything I breathe, it belongs to Him. But I just want to make people feel good, make them feel loved, and just have a good time. That's just all I love to do. So you guys know what the thing is. Until next time, 9 months to a year. So y'all gonna have another baby with your business.
With the business.
Listen, your baby is the business, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
How you do that? All right.
So we look forward to again collaborating, seeing your beautiful face. Next time it may be in person. Hey.
Ooh, I would love
let's
that.
Go.
Sure,
let's do this.
You know what I'm saying? Because the way God be moving and elevating and soaring and stuff. So I'm believing God for some big things, because it wouldn't be God if I wouldn't be believing it. Because if I can make it happen in the God thing, when your dream's so big that it scared you, believe me, it's a God thing. So my dream is so big that I'm like, oh, I don't know who could do that, but I trust God. And next time, hey, we don't know. Maybe He'll allow us to be in the studio together, and we be feminists for millions across the world to see your amazing smiles and your amazing seeds that you're sowing into people, to see the fruit. I love you guys. Blessing unlimited. Until next time, you guys, I appreciate you guys so much. All right, world. This was our episode, our champions episode of the business owners. We have $1 billion business, and we have Ira Curry with all of his. ChatGPT was like, man, I love AI. I'm telling you, I don't know who don't like AI. AI is take off so much time from the norm that we do every day. Now you do have to read over, because sometimes it do look a little crazy. Be like, hold on, I did not tell you to say that. But I do appreciate it. So guys, thank you so much for your time. And again, blessing unlimited.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.